So I sort of remembered a book that I read. The book is by Robert Lustig, Hacking the American Mind. He could have called it Hacking the Human Mind. So Hacking the American Mind, and I think there is a subtitle to it, The Corporate Takeover of the Human Body and Brain. So Robert Lustig, what does the book say? The thing that I remember is the 4 C's he talks about. The 4 C's are connect, contribute, cope, and cook. So by connect, what he means is that we must face eye to eye with people and be in a place where you can have common thoughts. For example, satsang, going to the temple and reciting prayers together, or attending a mass for the Christians, or going to the mosque for the Muslims. So doing that is essentially connect. Contribute is service to the community. Do something to others. It could be through science. You're creating something that would have eternal, many long-term use. And then cope. Cope is basically suggesting meditation, mindfulness, sort of things that you would use to calm your activities. And cook. Cook because cooking itself is a stress relief, but it is also a way of controlling what we intake so that you can keep this body in good shape. It's the temple, right, for the God that resides in it. So, cook. Those 4 C's are for happiness. Well, science says there are 2 chemicals in our brains that correspond to happiness. At least as far as today, our understanding is there are only 2 chemicals that are responsible for happiness: dopamine and serotonin. Dopamine for immediate pleasure, instant gratification, and serotonin, long-term happiness. It looks like some of the spiritual teachings, such as the Bhagavad Gita, are potentially increasing the serotonin level in us. If I keep reading the Bhagavad Gita and think about it and follow the suggestions in it, serotonin level increases in my brain, and that seems to give me peace and happiness. And those 4 C's are supposed to also increase the serotonin. And those 4 C's are very similar to what we've been hearing. They are the Yogs. They are called C's because it corresponds to English words. So I see similarities. And today's verses, 2 of them, emphasize what we've been talking before. Verse 29 says, understand that the actions are governed by the Prakriti, the architect, not by the Supreme Entity, the soul, the God that exists in us. That is unchanging. It is omnipresent and exactly the same in everything. Maybe like Higgs boson or some other particle that is supposed to be the same in all atoms. All atoms are not the same. So, something like that. It's something unchanging. It is constant in everything. But so, I do all sorts of things. Is my soul making me do those things? No, it's the other way around. The actions are coming from the Prakriti. A bird has to eat the worm in the morning so that there is balance in my yard. Too many worms will kill my plants. Or some other ill effects will take place. There's balance because the birds are keeping that balance. Same thing, every action, although it is harder for us to imagine every one of my actions is actually keeping the balance in the universe, it is. And that's what is said in that verse 29. And verse 30 essentially re-emphasizes what we heard in the last verse, the verse 28, which is everything started from one single origin and therefore it is equally present everywhere. Knowing that is enough. If you can completely accept that and understand it, you're going to be peaceful. In other words, modern scientists' way, the serotonin level will be constant and you'll have long-lasting peace. That's the way I understand today's verse.